heard on Farinacci and Brunet?
Well, I think that they've played well down in Providence and earned the opportunity to come up and get a game. It's exciting for them. I think with Farinacci, comes as advertised, two-way player, probably leans a little bit more to the defensive side. Uh, bottom six, can kill some penalties, be in that type of role, defensive player. I think it's the opposite with Brunet, a little bit more offensive-minded defenseman, likes to skate, likes to get up the ice, make some plays, join the rush at the appropriate time, and from all reports, his defending has really gotten a lot better too as well. Like his attention to details away from the puck have improved a lot. So both guys, an opportunity, they deserved it, and it's a nice opportunity for them.
It's obviously a thrill for them, thrill of a lifetime, but can it give them some tangible feedback as to what they have to do to stay here?
One game is probably hard, but I still think it's an eye-opening experience for all the players that come in at this point, and they get to see NHL pace, they get to see NHL players, things that they have, maybe only seen in the preseason. So you got a team in the New Jersey, obviously, that's going into the playoffs. So I'm sure that they're going to try to be playing well heading into the playoffs. So it's a good test for them. But I just think it's an opportunity for these guys really to get a taste of it, to be around some NHL players here with us, our group, and then to get out there and experience what it's like in a NHL atmosphere. Everything has increased, right? The pace, the strength, you got to make decisions a lot quicker. You have to move the puck quicker. So it's a good opportunity for them. They can get some feedback from that.
If these guys are in an opportunity to potentially play some next year, does getting this out of the way so whatever their first game next year doesn't have the butterflies and the anxiety that it might?
Yeah, I might. I think one game is, like I said before, it's your first game, so it's so exciting. There's a lot of things going on probably around them. Just to make sure that they stay focused on playing their game. I said this all along when guys get called up. It's important that they just play to their strengths. Not get overwhelmed by systems and whatnot, because then you get around standing still and you're not playing your game. But if they end up playing next year, sure, you get your first game under your belt, it might make the adjustment a little bit easier. I wouldn't say it's still an adjustment.
I think we've seen maybe last few games a little bit more of what Lysell might be capable of at this level, making the comfort levels there, where he's being a little more assertive now than he was kind of the first few games when he was up.
Yeah, I think that's fair. His game has improved each game. I think his attack mentality has been a lot better. He's getting the puck through the neutral zone. He's attacking. He's moving his feet, creating opportunities off the rush. And even in the offensive zone, he's creating some opportunities off the cycle. I think with Fabian, it's just, again, understanding time and score in certain situations, understanding who you're playing against in certain situations, things like that you get through experience as a young player. But he's doing some good things out there. His puck play has been solid. His attention to detail defensively is getting better too, which is a good thing. There's always room for improvement, but that's certainly headed in the right direction. So, and then obviously, you get that first goal last night. That's a relief for a kid like that. I'm sure he's excited about that, and he earned that though, because he's been getting some opportunities, just haven't been going in. Typically, when you get your opportunities, they go in after a while.
Joe, for you, both as a coach and professionally, what are some of the emotions going into the final game of the season?
Yeah, I think that you just look back at the journey that it's been from the start of the year until now, and where we're at as a group. Obviously, there's been a lot of changes going on throughout the course of the year. So I'm just going to try to, as the coach, take it all in here tomorrow, enjoy the last game. I hope that our guys respond and play well again like we did last night in Pittsburgh. We've played some good games lately, which has been nice to see. But I think for me, it's just about trying to enjoy the last game here, especially in front of our home crowd, take it in, and then, after that, we'll see. But for me, it's been pretty consistent throughout the year as far as my message to the players and what we expect from them as a staff, and that hasn't changed from, November till now. But I've enjoyed the experience. I wish that obviously things were in a better situation, but I've enjoyed the experience.
Minton got another chance yesterday. Once his offense kind of kicks in as he gets older, what do you see him as a center? Is he a playmaker? Is he a shooter?
Yeah, I think it's hard to tell, Fluto. I mean, we've had a handful of games here. He's being used. Well, he played 15 minutes, I think, mostly even strength last night. Maybe he had a few minutes on the PK there. So, but he was one of our leading minute guys, probably 5-on-5. But It's hard to tell. I think that right now he thinks the game well away from the puck defensively. We've said this before. He's on the right side of the game a lot, which is good. I don't know what his offensive upside is. That'll be determined, I think, by him and by where he plays in the lineup. But I think it's been a really good experience for him to be here with us. We've got an opportunity to see where he's at in his development curve, and certainly looks like it's headed in the right direction.
The two kids who went back, you saw Maura Callahan and Durant, what did you think?
Yeah, they were fine. I thought they did a good job. I thought Callie, again, he comes as advertised, just a steady defenseman. Puck defends well, does a good job as far as being in the right place at the right time. He's sort of one of those defensemen that's in the way a lot, uses his stick effectively. So he did a good job. And, Riley, we only had the 2 games, but I liked his energy. Riley, I thought that he went in there, he tried to create energy, he forechecked well, he turned some pucks over on the forecheck, which has to be his game. He's got to get on the forecheck, he's got to separate people from the puck, he's got some size, he's got some skating ability, so that's got to be part of his makeup as a player.
Providence being in the playoffs could be valuable just for you guys as a franchise right now to get some of these guys that much more.
Can you say the first part again? I'm sorry.
Providence being
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
postseason, is that valuable for the Bruins, the franchise right now, to give some of those guys that much?
100%. Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for the guys that are going to be playing there from here that go back down. It's a great opportunity to go on a deep run in the playoffs. You get a lot of experience from playing in those series. You get playoff tested. A lot of guys haven't been playoff tested probably, so they're going to have a good, solid team. Hopefully, they go on a good long run, and they're only going to benefit from the experiences that they get from that.
What's the level of excitement going into tomorrow?
I mean, really excited, obviously. Getting the first goal is always a great story to tell later, and it's just the feeling that it's just a great feeling to get that goal. I worked hard for it, and all goes to my parents, all my family, just to help me get there. The first goal is always special, and it really was.
How much do you think your game has grown this year, and where did you see the growth?
I mean, obviously in my defensive part of the game, it's really what I've been talking about since I've came here. That's what they talk to me about, and obviously just working a lot on my defensive side is what I've been working on, and I think it's got better over the past couple months. Obviously, I had more responsibilities with injuries, waivers, and everything. So I think getting more ice time, getting to play against the better players on the other side, just working on all the little stuff with Tito down there and Moosh and all the coaching staff in Providence, just getting me better at being a 200-foot player. And I think as a D-man, I need to be good at defending, and that was a big flaw of mine, and I think I worked a lot on it, and I think I'm ready to go.
You'll have no idea until tomorrow night, but what do you expect will be harder tomorrow, and what do you expect will be easier?
Obviously, the speed of the game is going to be faster. It's obviously going to be faster. The guys are better. It's the cream of the cream. The guys, they're the best players in the world. It's for a reason. So obviously, the game's going to be faster. They're going to be much bigger, stronger probably. But I mean, I've got used to it in the American League. Obviously, last year was a bit. I had to adjust on the speed and everything, but I think I'm going to have to do the same thing tomorrow with all those better guys.
A lot of kids who get called up feel this is a little easier because the players are so good that it's more predictable than the A.
Yeah, obviously I heard that too. Since if you're the best, you know where to go, you know what to do, and so you're a pro. So I think as soon as the same thing, as soon as you step on the ice, you know where your buddy's going to be, all your teammates. So I think it's going to be easier in this way, but I think with all the nerves and everything, I think I'm going to have to adjust and focus and be ready to go.
You got friends and family making the drive down?
Yeah, obviously my family's going to come for sure. I'm still figuring out who's coming for my friend group.
Yeah, they'll drive.
Yeah, they'll drive. Quebec City is not that far, so they'll make the drive.
I know he's not with the team anymore, but what did you think of Patrice when you were watching him growing up?
I mean, he's obviously a huge part of Quebec City's hockey history. He's the one you think about as soon as you say Quebec and hockey. So I think having him as a role model, just watching him play, watching him being a person outside the rink and also on the ice is just such a big influence. And I had the chance to work out with him a couple times. So just seeing what he does, just take everything, being a sponge around him, just try to get it as much as I can around him. So I think the time I spent around him changed me a lot. Just show me how to do stuff. I'm not saying I wasn't a pro before that, but once you see those guys that are their reputation as being the top notch, just seeing those guys do their stuff and everything is just so inspiring and just helps you get a better person and a better player, obviously.
Awesome. Thank you.
You had a couple of dev camps and rookie camps in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, we had I had a couple camps with Boston. I think it's my third year here, and obviously those camps helped a lot.
Yeah.
Getting me a better player, working on my stuff. Like
So
I
one of
said.
those would have been before you were drafted? Or?
Yeah, I had one. My first camp was I didn't get drafted my first year, so my first rookie tournament and stuff was in Florida. But for the past 3 years, I've been with Boston, and it was a blast. Like, it's a great time being here at camp, practicing against the best players and everything.
Did you have any sense that this was coming today?
I mean, I've worked hard, and I mean, the coaches have talked to me a little bit about it, but I think they just said keep focusing on your game, keep working on it, and everything that's going to happen is going to happen. If it's next year, it's next year. But luckily, it's this year, and I get to experience it this year, so that's really nice. Yeah.
Does the possibility of a call-up feel more real at all when you see guys like Frazier, Baby, all move up and see the direction of the franchise moving, and you sitting there kind of thinking like, okay, this could happen for me if you push yourself a little bit?
Well, obviously, when I saw all my buddies that are like around the same age as me, so probably Boston's going for maybe give some shots to some younger guys. So I thought like I need to bring my A game every day at the rink in Providence, and hopefully my name comes up at one point. So I think just seeing those guys go up just made me like kind of think about like, all right, it could happen this year or it could not. Like I'm just focusing on my game right now in Providence, and it's going good, and good for me. Like it happened this year, so I'm happy about it. Yeah.
How good is the vibe down on that team in Providence? Just like you guys are making a playoff drive right now, you're adding talented players to a team that's already had success. It seems like you guys are building towards something.
No, we have a special group down there for sure. I think the biggest part about our group is that there's no like everyone's basically best friends on the team. Like everyone hangs out together. We're always together. I think just the vibe down there is so fun. Like so fun to be around like the guys that want to be there and want to practice every day, want to go out there and win. Like it's obviously like it's not fun when you lose, but like when you lose you reset, and I think it's a big part of our group. We have a great leadership group. Patrick Brown was just up here as our captain. He's a big part of it. We have a lot of older guys that are just showing the way, and I think all of us younger guys just stepping right in, and I think the group is special, and I think we could do something special this year, obviously.
How much you guys kind of swapping information? All right, you're going up, you hear from Frazier, or you talk to somebody who's been up and is back down, and just kind of everybody getting the lay of the land, so you know what to expect when you're here, and you know kind of like where to go and what mistakes not to make. And
Yeah, well, one of my good buddies is Mason, so he's been here for a while now. He played a lot last year. He played the entire year this year, so he's one of the guys I talk to a lot, and he's just helping me throughout everything, just showing me like how it's done over here. Like obviously it's not comfortable to walk in here and being like the new guy, but when you know a couple guys like Frazier, like you said, the Fades, Mace, all those guys just helped me get through it, and I think I'm getting more and more comfortable over here, so that's a good thing.